Let's take you now to our Eastern Cape-born fashion designer, Thandazani Nofingxana, who has released a new fashion collection range titled Ezi Ziinceba. Now, this collection is dedicated to embracing the diverse African cultures and is inspired by his surroundings. And he's here to tell us a little bit more about his collection, which features a wide array of meticulously designed knitwear, including luxurious cashmere sweaters, cardigans, throws and scarves. Thandazani is in studio and joins us now. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Good morning to you and the viewers.
You are certainly making your mark. After graduating in 2018, you've got this incredible knitwear collection which is turning heads. You're wearing one of the jerseys right now, and of course the timing is perfect because it's quite cold out there. Talk to us about the influence and what has inspired you.
So I call myself, like, I highlight cultural nuances. So I like to reference culture in my work. It could be Xhosa, it could be Ndebele, as long as it speaks to culture. So that's where mostly I draw inspiration. Even in university, I would say I did cultural studies, even though I was doing textile design, because my focus was understanding our people, which is Xhosa.
So this collection is titled Ezi Ziinceba, which speaks to wounds. I mean, that in itself is a strong message that you're trying to pass through. What is it about?
Not really. So I'll tell you a bit about the title, Ezi Ziinceba.
Yes.
It is, when I finished the entire collection, I sent it to my mom. And she made a little prayer, like a short prayer. And I thought, it spoke to me, you know. So it means Ezi Ziinceba zikaThixo, which basically means these are God's mercies. This just speaks to my journey, because this is my first time producing like a large collection. This speaks to the manufacturers that I work with, to the photographers that I work with. I'm like super grateful that I have these people to produce this kind of work.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's like a grateful, it's like gratitude collection in a way in what's going to come next.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's very heartwarming. Of course, it takes a level of collaboration, because without it, it can't possibly be a one-man show. What has it taken in terms of finding the right partners, ensuring the kind of quality you want, and, of course, looking at the final product and being proud of it?
So I'm working with a company in the Eastern Cape called Ividiloboya, run by Ulilita Mahlatu, which I will forever be grateful for, always opening doors for me. I'm literally in the design process from A to Z when I make this stuff. So it's very important for me to be in that space to collaborate with people. For example, Eastern Cape, we produced mohair, which is, we basically use knit a lot, but we don't have a knitting culture in Eastern Cape. So I'm trying to open a studio whereby the natural resources that are coming from the Eastern Cape can be used and not exported. We export about 90% of the wool, and it's exported in a greasy form. And there are designers who are interested in using these materials we can't use.
Yeah.
So we need more manufacturers, we need more textile manufacturers, to be specific, to create our own yarns. So that collaborative effort is quite important, because we get to be involved in the value chain of these clothes that we make and not just buy yarns from outside. Which
is quite imperative, especially looking at the current economic climate here in South Africa. Talk to us about the exclusivity. I mean, this sector that you're in is quite niche. I mean, you speak about widening it. Do you think that when someone goes to design school, they are allowed the option, or perhaps see it as perhaps too complex to get into?
Yeah, because firstly you need to be able to see it's actually a niche space.
Yeah.
But then the minute you realize that, oh, there's a problem with the economic where we are, because now we don't have a textile industry that's running. So it's really about you finding that gap and saying that's where I'm going to be. So it could be, let's say if you did business, find a gap within that space and then you try to close that gap. So niche in the sense that maybe not everyone is into knitwear, but then since you grew up around igusha, like ship, and wool is made out of sheep. So it's much better, it's closer to home when you realize, oh, this came from a sheep, now it's a jersey. So it's like, it's very interesting to look into, yeah.
Yeah, and it also speaks to sustainability, which is quite the buzzword in the world of fashion and design.
Right, right. And I make sure in my work that I try to be sustainable. And for me, sustainability is not even about the material first. It's about the people that are working. How are they getting paid well? You know, is the working environment okay? So it starts with the employees. How are they being taken care of? And then it goes to the actual making process of the wool. So, yeah.
Yeah. And very lastly, before we let you go, who do you cater for, and how can people get hold of you?
So I cater for the people who aren't afraid to pay a premium price, someone who is interested in the idea of African luxury. I'm talking to someone who understands the idea of sustainable fashion, or who wants to buy clothing where they know that this cloth was made there and it was made by this person. So, yeah.
Very well. Thank you so much. Very exciting. Thank you for your time. Of
All
course, speaking there to Thandazani Nofingxana, really talking about his incredible knitwear compilation here, meticulously designed knitwear pieces. Speaking to people who want to pay a premium price. Of course, we should be doing that because we were able to do it for international brands.